Welcome to Sports Talk with L-Beasley. I know with my fans, anybody who's tuning in, anybody who just saw my last episode, I know you're thinking, I know. So basically what happened is, I uploaded my episode at the time. It was only a possible trade, blockbuster trade between the Lakers, the Magic, the Sixers, and the Nuggets. And then about an hour, maybe even less than that, after I uploaded it, it became official. So now I have to do a brand new show, which I was planning on doing anyway, so it's not like it's a hassle. I have to do a brand new show because obviously you've seen ESPN or you've seen how the trade, now it's official. And not only that, some things have changed as far as who got traded where and things like that. A couple names were added to the list, some names were taken off. So now I have to redo my show because now it's official. Now it's official. Dwight Howard is a Laker. And, some other players are some Sixers, and some other players are some Nuggets, and some other players, a part of the Magic. So it's totally, just a totally different thing. So now I have to do it officially. So let's not wasting time. Let's get started. Okay, so first off, Dwight Howard is a Laker. He is the only person that went to LA originally in the possible blockbuster trade. It was talked about that it could have been Dwight Howard and Al Harrington. In this case, in the official trade, Dwight Howard is the only person who went to the Lakers. Now, my thoughts on this pretty much are similar to what they were originally. I don't have a problem with Dwight Howard going to LA per se. Like I said, either way, it was a risk. Like I said, Bynum is a great center with plenty of potential to be even greater and to be that elite guy, but he's immature, and sometimes his immaturity level affects his game. Same thing could be said about Dwight Howard. He's a great center. Mainly they're great centers because we don't have anybody else to compare him to, but you get my point. They're great, he's a good center, great center, whatever you want to call him, but his immaturity sometimes, affects his game and how he plays and ultimately his team. So my concern with the Dwight Howard trade, I say either way, whether they got Dwight or they kept Bynum, it was a concern. Always a concern. Like I say, either way, it's a risk. But my question is with Dwight, are you ready to help this team get a championship? That's my main thing with him because, like I said, Kobe and Nash, and they want rings. And Kobe, anybody who knows Kobe, whether you like him or you don't, you know that this man demands 24/7 hard work. He wants you to want this just as bad as he does, and he expects you to put in effort for 82 games of the regular season and then all throughout the playoffs. And I have to admit, I'm interested to see. Like I said, I want to know, Dwight, let's see if Dwight is really happy about this. Dwight has been somebody who changes his mind every 5 minutes throughout this whole process, whether he wants to be there, he doesn't want to go there, I want to go here, and we all know Dwight Howard, he's a silly guy, he's fun, seems to be a fun guy to be around, but what are you going to do? Like I said, this team, what are you going to do when Kobe Bryant calls you out? Because he will. He has no problem calling out a player. Are you going to have a temper tantrum? And you going to shut down? Metal World Peace, he's a cool guy, but we know he can be confrontational. So my real thing is, first off, his immaturity level. Is it going to change? Like we said, are you ready to work your butt off to make sure that this team does everything? That you do everything to help this team. Are you ready to do that? Like I said, can you handle confrontation with players like Kobe, Nash, and even Meta, who may challenge you a little bit to maybe step up, who may actually cuss you out, things that didn't happen in Orlando. This is a different player. This ain't Orlando. This is LA. This is Los Angeles Lakers, and they could change that. So those are the things that you have to consider when you're going there. Now, on the flip side, as far as the good side of things, I like the fact that he gets a chance to play with Steve Nash. I think this is about to make him totally better. I know defensively he's a force, no question. I know he's a force defensively. Well, offensively, I think with Steve Nash, he finally has a great point guard who's going to use the pick and roll and going to make him better. So I love that idea. And obviously, defensively, I'm not worried about him. My other question with this is, can Mike Brown handle having this team? I've always wondered. I still wonder. But now you got a whole new type of immature player in Dwight Howard. Like I said, I'm hoping that I'm wrong about Dwight Howard because I would love to see Kobe get a 6th ring, if not more rings. But those are my concerns with Dwight Howard going to the Lakers. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. Y'all have no idea. I really hope I'm wrong. But like I said, these are my concerns with Dwight Howard. I said either way, whether you kept Bynum or you went and got Howard, it was a risk. Because both are immature when they want to be, but both have the potential to truly be great. They really do. But, like I said, those are my concerns. Like I said, that immaturity level, when things don't go your way, when things are not the best, is it going to affect the way that you play? Because it can't be that way on LA. It just can't. Kobe is not going to allow it, and he has to be ready for that. So that's my thought on that trade. The other big part of it was Andrew Bynum and Jason Richardson went to the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, personally, I like this trade. Definitely for Philly. I mean, even for Andrew, I think this is going to be very interesting to watch. This is going to be an interesting team to watch this year. I mean, they're always going to be interesting. But, I mean, you think about it. Philly already has Nick Young, Thaddeus Young, Sam Young, Evan Turner, what's my boy name? Drew Holiday, who I love, big fan of Drew Holiday. Spencer Hayes, who I love, or Halls, I'm sorry. Very great, very good player. So I like this squad. They got some nice guys in the draft. I like this trade. I think this is going to benefit them. This gives them a real big man, not a Elton Brand type big man. I like the fact that him and Halls and some of these other guys, Young and all these guys can kind of get together. And like I said, I think Drew Holiday is going to do for him. This is a young intensity type team, which I like. The only concern I have with Bynum a little bit is just the fact that Philly's a little bit more of a run and gun team, which is not necessarily what he's used to with him coming from the old man Lakers. Those are some concerns with that. But just those are some concerns I have. And then, like I said, I love the fact that he's going to be playing under Doug Collins. I think Doug Collins is going to be a good coach for him. I think that's somebody who's going to demand his respect and that he plays hard 24/7. Not going to take a lot of that immaturity crap, So I like that. Like I said, that was always a question kind of with Mike Brown. Can he handle these guys? I think Doug Collins can. He's kind of already proved it somewhat, so I think that's good for him. Coaching-wise, he has somebody great in Doug Collins. And real briefly, let me go back to the Lakers as well. This is something I actually forgot to mention with the Bynum trade. I'm interested to see how the rest of the Laker team feels about Dwight Howard coming here. It's always been rumors, Kobe doesn't want him, Kobe does. Obviously with all the stuff that he's pulled, it's just going to be interesting really if the Lakers want him. If the Lakers are really happy to have him, like we said, even Paul Gasol stayed. Paul Gasol was not traded at all. He has not been traded yet. Not say he won't be traded, but as of right now, he has not been traded. He is still a Laker. So even Paul, his role changes. Does he expect the same attention that he got last season, season before? Will he get that? What does he feel about Dwight? How does Metta World Peace and the rest of these players feel about Dwight? So that's something I forgot to bring up when I was just talking briefly about Bynum a minute ago. Those are some questions I have also about Bynum and even just the Lakers. How do they feel, and are they ready to accept him and vice versa? So that's going to be interesting. Now back to what I was saying. Like I said, I like the Bynum thing. I like the Bynum trade. I think he's going to fit well there. I just have some questions about running gun, like I said, because obviously the knees, a little fragile when it comes to Bynum, but I like him there. I think he's going to do well. Doug Collins is going to bring out the best of him, in my opinion, and Philadelphia is definitely even, once again, a team to look out for, no question. The other big trade, Andre Ingoudala is, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. I'm just so eager to just keep going. I'm sorry, Jason Richardson also went to the Sixers. Jason Richardson's kind of getting old, but this just gives them a kind of another, I guess you could say, scoring threat. I mean, more than anything, but more outside threat, unless they have a shooter, I guess. So I guess, Jason Richardson can kind of be that leader if he chooses to be, and that nice and that good scorer, but, at times as far as beyond the arc, but I don't know what other stuff he brings beyond that, but obviously the big guy is Andrew Bynum. The other big trade was Andre Ingoudala going to the Nuggets. Once again, he is the only player who went to the Nuggets in this scenario. Now, I like this trade, but I'm a little uncomfortable with this trade because I just cannot wait to see what's going to happen with Denver. First off, Denver has a lot of wings. Now, Andre is considered to be a 2, at times a 3. I think to me he has like 2 guard height, but he plays at 3 sometimes. But, Denver already has a nice amount of wings. They have Corey Brewer, Wilson Chandler, Gallinari, and then they also went and got Quincy Miller in the draft from Baylor. So, and then if you want to count Jordan Hamilton, you can put him in there. So, I have some questions more about, first off, Andre Iguodala's role. And I think that's going to be a big question about this team. Is Andre Iguodala ready to accept a different role? Because that's one thing we have to remember about Andre Iguodala. He comes from Philly. The only time he wasn't like the king of this team was back when AI was there. So, this is a different role. He may not be required to do as much. I don't know how he feels about that. Is Wilson Chandler, if they put Iggy at the 2, is Wilson Chandler willing to come off the bench? If they put Iggy at the 3, is Gallinari willing to come off the bench? Of course, Corey Brewer, he already knew he was coming off the bench. I don't see him having a problem with it. But those are some of the questions that I have as far as Denver. How are you going to go off his playing time and things like that? And is Iggy happy with his role? And is he even happy about this move? Obviously he's in London right now, with Team USA for the Olympics. So it's just going to be interesting how his role changes, if he's comfortable with that. But if it works out, this could be a key piece for Denver. I don't think it's going to make them a championship team, but it's definitely going to make them a contender, no question. Ty Lawson at the point. Like I said, either Iggy or Wilson Chandler starting at the 2, or Iggy or Gallinari starting at the 3. Kenneth Faried possibly at the 4. You got JaVale McGee at the 5. Then you got a nice bench. I mean, they're gonna have a nice deep team that's gonna be real interesting to watch. So, like I said, if they can figure out how to make Iggy feel comfortable and vice versa, there's no reason why Denver cannot be an elite team that's gonna cause even more trouble than they did last year in the playoffs and just in the West period. So I'm looking forward to that. And finally, the one that's not getting made a lot of noise about, the Orlando Magic. They got Aaron Affalo, Al Harrington, Nikola Vujic, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, and then Moe Harkless, who was a rookie who was acquired by the Sixers in the draft. This is not too big of news. I mean, we obviously know Orlando's kind of in that rebuilding mode at this point. Pretty much. I mean, you know, new coach, new GM, some new players, getting rid of some other players. So, you know, I mean, obviously Harrington can help as far as spreading the floor. Affalo's a good defender, but I mean, I expect this team to be kind of broken up anyway within the next, like, year, if not more. So it's only, you know, so I'm not going to read too much into this. Just like I said, I expect some of this team to be, you know, let go of. But like I said, as far as some young players, Aaron Affalo could be a nice piece. Like I said, defender, can score at times. Moe Harkless is a nice young scoring rookie out of Memphis, I want to say. So, you know, there's no reason why this team can't have a bright future, you know, eventually. But as of right now, you know, it's gonna be interesting. Like I said, Moe Harkless and all those guys. Like I said, I like them. You know, I'm sorry, Harkless is not out of Memphis. Like I said, I'm sorry, I said Harkless is out of Memphis. Harkless is out of St. John's. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. Moe Harkless is out of St. John's, guys. I apologize for that. So don't kill me for that. But yeah, it's gonna be just interesting. Like I said, Orlando, that's the rebuilding move. So like I said, Al Harrington's a little bit older, probably retiring in the next couple years. So, you know, but like I said, obviously Moe Harkless, getting him and then going to get Affalo could be some nice pieces for the future as far as building. But other than that, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. As you already know, do not hesitate. Let me know what you think. Follow me on Twitter. Let me know what you think on Twitter. Friend me on Facebook. All my contact information is the credits at the end, so let me know. Don't forget, Sports Talk with L-Beasley has gone on Skype, so if you want to be a guest on my show, feel free to be a guest. No more excuses. You don't live in Michigan. Use no way to get in touch with me. All you got to do is get on Skype. If you don't want to do video, you can do audio. We got audio and video, so either way it works out fine. So definitely contact me if you want to be a guest on my show to discuss any topic. I'm always down to talk with the guest. Everybody go check out MoneyballSportswear.com. I cannot stress that enough. Go check out MoneyballSportswear.com. As I said earlier on the previous episode, I'm repping the bands today. Like I said, this just went down. I just recorded an episode like 2 hours ago. So like I said, go check out MoneyballSportswear.com. Jerseys, just plain gear that's cold and sweet that you're going to love. And like I said, it's good prices. You're not going to be disappointed. Go check out MoneyballSportswear.com. Like I said, let me know what you think. Agree, disagree. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. Won't be the last time you see my face. Definitely got more NFL to talk about. It's preseason, baby. College football is right around the corner. College basketball will be here for you know it. And I'm also always covering Michigan high school basketball and football as well. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But anyway, you know my thoughts. Let me know what it is. Thank you for tuning in to this segment of Sports Talk with L-Beasley, y'all. Peace.